Dog the Bounty. It's a good choice, actually. It's very famous. His wife's a giveaway. What did I call him? Beth. Dwayne Chapman. Oh, he's a Chapman, is he really? He's a Chapman. Son of Man Code. What are the chances of it? I say he. I use the word very, 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 very loosely. Of course. Images on Dwayne the Bounty on Dog the Bounty Hunter Chapman. I gotta admit, if you tried to tell me when I first started watching Dog that Dog was a woman, I'd never believed it. And I wouldn't have believed that. Is that Beth? Is that really Beth? Oh, he put some weight on, didn't he, Beth? He did put some weight on, didn't he? Do you know what it reminds me of? Anna Nicole Smith went from the jeans model to the rubber dinghy model. Right, okay. We're looking at Dog the Bounty Hunter. There's some great minces with a dog. Francie. Who's Francie? Is that a different one? That's not Beth, is it? Who's Francie? I thought Dog snuffed it. Did he not snuff it? That one. Double flip flop. At first look at your face, you're like, right, Dog the Bounty Hunter. Knees apart versus knees together, look. Diamond showing. No diamond showing. Knees pointing forward. Faces in the kneecaps. The daughter of Dog the Bounty Hunter. He's a big fella, isn't he? Him. Takes after his papa. Papa had a pair of Rolling Stones in his top. Dog the Bounty Hunter. Oh my gosh, that is a big triangle, isn't it? Look how far apart those eyes are. Where do you want me to start? Explain to me. Explain to me how Dog the Bounty Hunter's got close set eyes and the daughter's got the Sid the Sloth eyes. Explain it to me like I'm 4 years old, please. Oh, hello, Susanna. How you doing? Jose Mourinho. I'll do it next, Susanna. Where are we? Dog. Let's get bitch out the way. Not dog. I'm calling her by the wrong name. She's a bitch, not a dog. Bitch the Bounty Hunter. They don't care, look. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Do you know what body it reminds me of? Iggy Pop. It's like Iggy Pop with a goatee beard and long hair. Dog. Right, bitch the Bounty Hunter here. So basically, you've got this bearded woman going rounding up loose criminals. If there's any truth in the fact that she's a real bounty hunter. I know they show you it on a TV show, but that's exactly what it is. A TV show. You do understand that, right? That none of it could be real. That none of the arrests that this person makes are real. And that everyone is arresting is FTM and MTF. I've got no idea. I've never looked at that side of the show. But if it's anything like game shows... if it's anything like game shows, then it's not happening, is it, folks? You know? Dog the Bounty Hunter. And again, the Offset M look. When's the last time you wore a fair coat, Poncho? Never! And why wouldn't you wear the fur coat, Poncho?
Gay!
Pimp my ride. Let's come back to you. Right, we're looking at Dog the Bounty Hunter. Look how deep the philtrum is on long top lip and thin, wide lip on Beth. Dog the Bounty Hunter's got smaller teeth, look, than Beth, the husband. Oh my gosh. Who dresses them? Who dresses these people? Now look at this. Beth has forgot to cross her legs, and Dog's forgot to open his legs. Look at the feet twisted outwards, look, towards 4 and 8 o'clock. Look at the feet pointed forward and the knees pointed forward to 6 o'clock. Remember, this knee is twisted over. That line does duty to the female Q line, look. And there it is. Again, explain it to me like I'm 4 years old. Because I know, through my own forensic research, that women cross the legs over when walking. I've examined hundreds and hundreds of photos of real men and women walking versus fake men and fake women walking. You only have to look at millions of these or thousands of these pictures to know that that's a man and that's a woman anyway. What's hard to accept is when you see it in real life, it's a bit of a shock. I told you, it's only happened to me twice, and I've been doing this 6 years. And it's only happened to me twice that I've literally spotted. I don't know if they're secret like these are secret ones, right? I don't know if the people I saw were secret. They might well have been open. They might have been just everyday folk. And then again, they might not. They might be part of this big club. Well, I don't know how deep all of this runs, but I know there's a Masonic lodge in every. There's more than one Masonic lodge in every town usually, and they run all the government things. They run all the. Oh, crumbs. 1 second. They run all the hospitals. They run the police force.
Water level.
You're not. Pause. Open that one. There we go. Sorry. You live under tyranny. Literally, you do. You live under tyranny. Each country is occupied by a foreign nation, a foreign army that pretends to be our army. I can't believe that, or even the wars that I've looked at, they all look staged and fake. That's why they call it the theatre of war. I go back to World War II and I can see model ships getting blown up in fish tanks. I can see Fisher Price toys getting detonated by mini C4 bombs. It's a joke. It really is. There's like 10 hours of footage for World War II, and we had motion cameras. We had perfect cameras, not this grainy shite that they show us. We had perfect HD, not HD that we know of, but perfect clarity pictures. We're talking Wizard of Oz. You go look at the pictures of the Wizard of Oz. It was perfect clarity. But all the film footage from the war is grainy and blotchy, and it's to hide the fakeness of it all. It really is. And I do ask myself how many people die in these wars, and is it all Hollywood, Bollywood, Pallywood, whatever you want to call it? Is it all these things that they're showing me? I've got no idea. I just know that they've lied to me since I got here, and God gave me a way to see them. It's called forensic anthropology, and it's the greatest gift I've ever been given in the truth community, from the truth community. And bearing in mind, all my information comes from these people. It's blended with lies, of course. God gave me discernment. But regardless of who the messenger was, I got the message. I now understand that God created two skeletons and he created us in his image. Forensic anthropology confirms what it tells me in Genesis about how God loves us all and what he did for us all. He created a food chain that replies and resupplies us all for free. But we charge each other to live here in his garden. We're in the garden of God. We're under his watchful eye, and we're all running around acting like abominations. Lying, cheating, stealing, having affairs, blah, 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 blah. We're all sinners. But hear me when I say, let him without sin cast the first stone. I dare you. I dare you, you two-faced, lying, deceiving brood of vipers, yeah, because you can't. I'd like to think that we were holier than holy, but we're not. We're sinners just the same, with or without this lie that they've done to us. We all did things wrong in our life. Redemption only comes through your foresight of what the future holds for you after this world. You think that you're dead. You think you're worm food. You think there's just going to be blackness. There's going to be great gnashing of teeth and wailing in people's hearts. There really is. They're going to be so upset they're going to kick themselves that they didn't recognize the glory in the kingdom. They did this to us. Look at her doing devil horns. Look right there. They did this to us because this is their religion. That's me in the corner losing my religion. And now we can tell by the distance in their eyes, just like REM told us. And most of you that have taken this on board and properly learnt it, my hat goes off to you. It does. I don't wear an hat, but if I did, if I wear it'd be a sombrero on Poncho Pete. If I did, I'll take my sombrero off to you, just to say a big thank you to each and every one of you real students, you naturals that have embraced the truth. You know, someone asked me what's my end game here? Why am I doing this? What's the end game? It's to teach the world that God exists. If you're not listening, you're not paying attention in class. It's to prove God to you, that he exists. And that Satan has always existed too and hidden himself in plain sight. You're the devil in disguise. Oh, yes, you are. The devil wears Prada, the wrong clothes. It's a kick in the teeth knowing that you've been lied to on this gargantuan scale. It's unholy what they've done. But I have the passion of the Christ within me. That I know I'm no better than these people. Oh, I haven't done any of this, but I've done my own sins. I've committed my own sins. And if I'd known the truth, I'd have acted like I do now. I don't hate these people. I hate the lie. You understand? I hate what's been done to them. I don't know if they're forced to do this. Maybe they're forced to do it. To carry on living this lie. I've got no idea. I can't tell you. I was born a natural boy in a natural boy skeleton, brought up as a boy. I wasn't chopped up and added to on a table somewhere and then changed my name and flaunted myself as someone else. I don't know what that does to the human psyche, to the personality. I've got no idea. But I know what their masters have done to us and how they've changed our perspective on the world and taken away our spirituality and our connection to God. And I know not everybody believes in Jesus and not everybody... It's not... Jesus said, don't worship me, worship the Father. When told you are a good teacher, he said, no one is good except for God. And he lived a perfect life according to the 500 witnesses. And the only time he raised his hand was to a bunch of banking, unscrupulous thieves that were dealing out of his father's temple. They took over the temple, they took over the church, they took over people's minds. And they used TV to do it. They used this black box in the corner, it's an hypnotist. Captivates you for hours on end. For most people, that's all they do. Sit and watch TV. They get all the stories from TV. They believe everything they're shown from the TV. Mental. Absolutely mental. Anyway, I've been ranting. Back to this girl in the black cowboy boots. The short, narrow shoulders of a woman, the short arms of a woman, the wide hips of a woman, the outward and inward pointing feet and knees look of a woman, the straight legs, knees and feet pointing towards 6 o'clock with a space between the feet of a man. That is the simplest way to show whether you're a man or woman. That's why these so-called transvestigators won't do it. The Illusion went and did a video after I called her out, but it was too late. I didn't even realise Sean already had been through the videos and found Gates. Faking your walk, just, again, hiding yourself is one thing, but faking your walk, well, that's another. You're given away by the Q angles. Even when a man tries to walk like a woman, because his legs are straight, look, he creates a different shape. His hips don't twist like a woman's do, look. They stay parallel. Even if Beth was to cross his leg in front of himself, he would still have parallel hips and parallel shoulders. It's the woman that twists and tilts as she walks. Wagunk, wagunk. Dog the Bounty Hunter, or Bitch the Bounty Hunter as I like to call her, is a woman. Her husband is a giant man, very familiar looking to Anna Nicole Smith, Marilyn Monroe, Mansfield. You could put loads of blondes, famous blondes, into that body shape. This one looks like Chuck Norris, don't you think? Very familiar to Chuck Norris. Here I'm seeing Dave Stewart from the Eurythmics. Dial M for Masons. A sharp A forehead. Small, high set ears. I'm seeing a wrestler as well. Is that an AI picture? We cut off Dog the Bounty hair. Hailing Satan in pictures, look. That's what this means. It's called the devil horns. They don't do it by chance or mistake. They're brought up hailing the one that gives them the jewellery, the clothes, the fame, the fortune. The imaginary carrot that you're teaching your children, they can get on telly. They can be a bounty hunter. They can be a footballer, and you're wasting your time and your energy. 70 years you get on Earth, and, well, 75 they say. 75 Christmases if you're lucky to work this out. I worked it out at 42. No, 40. I worked it out. Yeah, I worked out the big thing at 42, but I started to work it out at 40, legal name. Spent a couple of years in legal name, and then everything just started falling into place for me. But this is the greatest gift out of all the things that I've learned. Flat earth, mud fossils, everything. This is the greatest one, because it doesn't just show you who the liars are, who's done this to you. It shows you that all your big channels that you love and watch, it doesn't matter whether it's Kai Cenat or whoever, iShow Speed, they're all inverted, including your favourite bounty hunter. There are people out there that'll tell you it's not all of them. Tilted shoulder, looks a bit like Danny Trejo. It's the body type, look, arms akimbo. There are people out there that'll tell you it's not all of them. I'll tell you as your teacher, it's all of them. It always has been all of them. And I can prove it using photographic evidence against them. The way they walk, the way they stand, the distance in their eyes. The size of the dental arches. We live in an inverted world where Satan has control over everything. The media, the radio, your mind. Oh my, imagine when you get to God and you've got that on your on your spirit. Imagine that. Imagine the ink tattoos onto your spirit, and when you leave your body, you've got that ghostly image of dog. Oh my gosh! Imagine getting before the Heavenly Father, and he says, "Why you got a woman on your back?" No, that's a bloke, Father. No. I put the letter M in women's foreheads. You what? Yeah, it's called the widow's peak. I put the widow's peak. It creates a letter M because the heads bellow outwards at the top. And then you realise that you've got and tattooed a flip-flop onto your body. Right, we're done. Dog the Bounty Hunter, walking. I do believe this one's on the list, folks. There's a nice one. Straight-legged Beth, look. Widest above the crotch. Look at the lines. Compared to Dog, who's literally giving you a full diamond, inline footfall with that beautiful shoulder tilt, lent into the walk. Here, tell me, who's got the bandy legs, look? And who's got the straight legs? Flamingo foot, you'd know it anywhere, right? Students, my students know it anywhere when they see it. And they know when a man's about to take a step down the stairs because his legs are straight. Unlike Dog, who's going to open them outwards. There's a man trying to walk like a woman, look. There's a real woman. It's a shame Beth's bag's in the way because that is a mega mince right there. Look at that queue line on here. God's left the ball in your court, basically. The discernment ball. It's in your court. It's up to you if you want to pick it up and play with it. But the minute you pick up discernment and start to think for yourself and learn things for yourself, this world is not what it seems. In fact, it's a million miles away from what you think it is and where you are and who you are. Most importantly, who you are has been removed from your psyche. Dog the Bounty Hunter's son. Is that his daughter? She's got big hips and trousers. She's doing a flamingo, and there's a beautiful diamond in there. And of course, Dog has also got a beautiful diamond. Separation of the knees. It's a woman. Knees together. It's a man. Look at the difference. Rule number 1 in forensics. You look at their knees. Right, we're done. Dog the Bounty Hunter is biologically female, proven by the way she walks and the great big Mankenstein bride that he's got. Opening a new window, search back file. Is it going to be under Dwayne Chapman or Dog? Let's put Dog in there and see if it finds Dog. Whilst it searches, we'll open up the next one. Ready? Who was it? Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho. I should find it. There she is. Football manager. Is it Arsenal? I can't remember. West Ham. Something like that. I don't follow that flip-floppy game. The beautiful game. Snoop Dogg. It's found Snoop Dogg, but